Goodbye 9 to 5 madness and hello freedom. The digital nomad lifestyle has become the dream of many people. So for now, leave your rainy home country behind and say hello digital nomad life in Spain. Today I'm gonna show you the Digital Nomad Hub in Barcelona, and you'll soon understand why so many digital nomads call Barcelona their home. But is it really as picture perfect as it looks? Together, we will rate Barcelona for digital nomads. We'll skip the touristy part and I'll show you how to live your digital nomad dream in Barcelona, how to move to Spain thanks to the Digital Nomad Visa, and how to stay safe with Safety Wing. But more about that later. Is there a better way to start your day than on the beach during sunrise hour? When I asked digital nomads what is the best about Barcelona, most of them were like the beach and the weather. And well, have a look yourself. I don't think this needs any more explanation. In my opinion, the sunrise is the best time of the day to enjoy the beach here in Barcelona because it is super peaceful and there aren't that many people yet. But digital nomad life doesn't only mean beach, sun and fun, it also means we got some work to do. And I do have a few calls this morning, so I decided to check out a CoWorking. That day, I chose one CoWork as my place to work at. At this CoWorking, you can make use of various meeting rooms and phone booths to have some privacy during your calls. So, I'm done with my little meeting marathon now, which is good because I am hungry. It was 3 hours of meetings and well, it was a pleasure to use these rooms. That's super helpful, especially if you have to talk a lot. For me, it is time to have a lunch break now. And is there a better place to do a lunch break than on a roof terrace with a stunning view all over the beautiful city of Barcelona? I don't think so. I absolutely love co-working areas. They just make you feel like you're a part of a community.
My work for today is done now, and that means for now it is time to go home, take a shower, change, and then I will take you to a Digital Nomad event and hopefully show you how easy it actually is to connect to like-minded people here in Barcelona.
And here I am, quickly changed. I am a bit late though. I am the worst when it comes to punctuality. I know it's not very German-like, but anyways, I'm going to grab a bike now because bikes are the best way to move around Barcelona anyway. I will be quicker and I will need to go to Plaza Catalunya to a rooftop bar where there will be the Digital Nomad event. And that, my friends, is what I understand of a good work-life balance. Getting lots of work done during the day and enjoying life in the afternoon with good company. Here I am at the Digital Nomad event on a roof terrace in Barcelona. The location is quite interesting. It seems to be a rather old building, but it's beautiful inside and there are so many people here. I already met a lot of people from all over the world, basically, which is really cool. I want to introduce to you guys a Canadian remote worker. This, my friends, is Julian. He's from Canada, from Vancouver, actually. And well, Julian, you are here since a few weeks now, right?
Actually, 1 month. Well, traveling a little bit here and there too, but otherwise, mostly in Barcelona.
Nice. And you like the city?
I really like it. It's actually super international.
And what about the Digital Nomad community here? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good place for digital nomads?
I believe so. One, again, because of how international it is. There's lots of things to do. The weather's great. You can get by with English easily. And yeah, I think it at least checks a lot of boxes at minimum for digital nomads. There is absolutely a huge digital nomad community. It's good to get out of your own little work bubble for a bit and then talk to other digital nomads and see what they're doing as well.
That's so true. I actually love to listen to other people's stories and like learn what they are doing and what is their work, how do they earn money and stuff. So these kind of events like today, they are actually perfect for that. So, well, Julian, thanks a lot for that little interview. Enjoy the party and well, I will also get a drink now, I think.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There were more or less 400 digital nomads at this event. It was super easy to connect to like-minded people. This was the perfect opportunity not only to get to know people, but also to do some networking. I just left the party. For me, it is time to go home because I need to work tomorrow very early in the morning. And tomorrow I will meet a friend and I think we will also be able to cover the Digital Nomad Visa a little bit because she's an expert on that. So, see you tomorrow. Good morning! I decided to start my day early today. I'm on my way to the gym for a morning workout, and that's also one of the things that I really like about Barcelona. It is super easy to maintain a healthy lifestyle. There are so many gym options, gyms that are really well equipped, and you can cancel the subscription monthly, so it's perfect for digital nomads. But if you are not that gym kind of person, there are also many other options. You can do a lot of workouts on the beach, for example, which is amazing, but you can do literally all kinds of sports. You can go dancing in the park. I think there's nothing you cannot find here in Barcelona. After a quick but intense workout, it was time to go home, take a shower and change, to meet someone and to finally talk about Spain's Digital Nomad Visa. Now have a look at that, please. This, my friends, is Lydia, and she is on her way to Armenia. If that doesn't scream digital nomad, I don't know what it is. She is a global market research and data analytics lead. You work remotely and you have just recently got your digital nomad visa approved, which is amazing. Congratulations.
Sure, thank you, Alina.
She is here with her bags, so she is currently on her next trip on her way to the airport. Let me quickly explain you how the digital nomad visa works, roughly. This visa will give non-EU citizens the residency here in Spain for 3 years. And of course, there are some basic requirements. For example, you need to earn at least 2,400 euros per month. You will have to be working remotely. You cannot generate your income here in Spain. And then you need medical coverage. That's roughly it. But now, Lydia, let's talk a little bit about the process of your digital nomad visa experience. How was the application process and how long did it take?
I only decided to apply for it in June when I came to Spain for vacation. Thanks to Digital Nomad Visa Agency, we submitted my documents at the end of June and I got a positive response just 16 days later.
No way.
Yeah, I received my visa card in mid-August. So for me, it took only under 2 months, the whole process.
Congratulations, I think that's pretty good. You said you used an agency. Would you say that it's recommendable to use one?
Digital Nomad Visa Spain agency. This agency I will recommend because they have no failed cases.
In general, these visa applications are always a lot of paperwork, right?
Yeah. Yes, it was a lot of paperwork.
Have you ever heard of Safety Wing?
No.
Safety Wing is a travel medical insurance created for digital nomads and long-term travelers. It simplifies a little bit the paperwork for visa applications, for example. In their online portal, you can easily download a visa letter, which will state that you have the medical insurance that you need for a lot of visa applications. So it does simplify the visa application work, the paperwork a little bit, and I mean, who doesn't love that? Besides that, Safety Wing also gives you medical coverage in over 180 countries. It'll give you coverage for even the smallest claims, and it'll cost you only a few dollars per day. I once traveled to Morocco. In Morocco, I realized that my insurance that I had only covered me for European countries. And well, at that time I thought that I'm screwed, basically, because usually for insurances you need to apply for them before you get to your destination. And with Safety Wing, actually you can go to the destination, spontaneously apply within 5 minutes, and then you are safe to go. I didn't know that at the time, but I thought in Morocco I'm just going to be there for a few days and I'm going to be safe. But in those few days I broke my foot. That didn't only hurt my foot, it also hurt a lot my bank account. So yeah, I wish I had known about Safety Wing at that time. So you guys, don't be like me. Go check out Safety Wing, the link is in the description below. Now that we are talking about safety, how do you feel here in Barcelona? Would you say that it's a safe city to stay in?
Absolutely, the very safe city for me. Barcelona offers good mix of work and lifestyles.
Yeah.
Vibrant culture, beautiful beaches, good weather.
Yeah.
It's an ideal place to live and work. The city has also excellent infrastructure for remote workers.
Yes.
Including plenty of co-working spaces and other facilities.
I totally agree with that. I've shown you a lot of places here around Barcelona. It's basically impossible not to connect to other people.
Spain, especially Barcelona, provides all what I need to work and enjoy life.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lydia. I think you are a little bit on time pressure. You need to catch your flight, actually, so I don't want to hold you back from that anymore. Thank you so much for meeting me at this time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you too for this opportunity to share my experience.
Oh my god, you guys, I really love the story of Lydia, who just randomly applied for the Digital Nomad visa here in Spain very spontaneously. That's the best stories, I think. And well, for me it is now time to go to work. My day is beyond full, so I'm making use of another co-working. It is another site of One CoWork, which is located right in front of the cathedral. It's also a beautiful place. It is way different than the other, but the services are basically the same. I'm going to use a few meeting rooms and will make the most out of my day here. And as always, after work comes the fun part.
Alright, you guys, this was it for today. I'm done working now, and it is time to pack my stuff because I have bigger plans for tonight.
Today I found the perfect activity for everybody that is sitting a lot during the day and wants to be moving a little bit in the afternoon. One thing that I mentioned yesterday already, but it's worth mentioning it again, is that Barcelona offers endless activities, endless things to do and to explore. And I personally love to use the app Meetup, which is an application where you can find various activities in your surroundings, in your area. On that app, I found a hiking group. Today is a little after-work walk. It's perfect to meet some locals, to connect to people. This over there must be the group. And we are at the Olympic part of Montjuic, which is a beautiful park area, and it's one of my favorite viewpoints for the sunset actually. It is a beautiful spot and highly recommended. We just took a group picture and now we are moving forwards, and well, in the end we will end up at a bar. We just had a few beers here in the street and were able to get to know each other a little bit better, which was awesome. And also what I really liked about this meetup is that there are lots of international people. I again met a lot of people from various countries, but also some locals. And there's one local and his name is Aaron. And Aaron,
Hello, Lena.
He's someone I would love to introduce to you guys because he can actually give us a local opinion of Barcelona. You live here since all your life.
Yes.
And is there anything specific that you would say that has changed here in Barcelona in the past, 10 years, for example?
I love Barcelona. First of all, I have to say that. It has bad things, it has a lot of good things. It has been a very multicultural place. Sadly, the insecurity, it's taking place for the last years in Barcelona, especially with tourism. Besides that, Barcelona, it's always this kind of magical and culture and beach and food and everything that you can enjoy.
Would you say that the Digital Nomad community here in Barcelona has changed, or that the people, the locals, perceive it as a growing community here?
Yes, I think so. Nomad jobs has increased a lot in this century, especially because of the internet.
Do you think people perceive this as something negative as well? Because,
Yes.
for example, in Gracia, you see a lot of these tourist not welcome signs. Do you think this is an issue? Or?
This is sad. I don't think like that, and I think that they are very unfair with tourism. For sure, there are a part of the tourism that doesn't treat well the city. Making this general, all of the tourism, I think this is a very unfair thing. It's unfair, and especially because this kind of people that they are complaining about that are the same people that they go to Germany, they go to England, they go to another, and there is...
They are tourists as well.
Yeah,
at some
they are
point.
all the tourism are not bad. I don't share these thoughts, but this thought is growing a lot,
Yeah.
and I don't know why.
Barcelona is exploding of tourism.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
that's
is true.
true. That's for sure. And also housing prices are increasing. That's probably also because a lot of digital nomads with higher salaries come here and they can afford it. But at the end, maybe locals can't afford it anymore. So,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it does have an impact on local people. But I personally always think that in general, if people come here or to any other country, always be respectful, you can be kind and behave. Like, don't destroy the city, don't leave your garbage and whatever. I think Barcelona is a very international city, and without tourists, it would also be kind of sad, right?
I can imagine Barcelona without tourism. Barcelona needs tourism, and tourism needs Barcelona.
Thank you so much, Aaron. This
you,
was
Lina.
super interesting to hear your opinion, the opinion of a local, so I appreciate it. Happy weekend! I think those who work hard always deserve some relaxing time on the beach, isn't it? So this is why I decided to take the train early this morning and go to Sant Pol de Mar, because this is a very cute and beautiful town, and here you can find some really nice beaches and spend the most epic sunny day on the sea. I've reached the beach and I think I'm going to set up my stuff and then go straight into the sea because it's already quite hot, to be honest.
that just felt super awesome. It's super refreshing to be in that water over there. Although the current is quite strong, the waves are high and it is a little bit hard to swim, but it's fun anyways, just take care here. It's going to be a little bit hard to really film this beach because you have to be comfortable here with nudists. There are actually a lot of people here completely naked, so I'm not going to be able to film that much on the beach. There are people playing volleyball here, and in general this is a really nice beach. One of my favorites that is not too far away from Barcelona. It's only been 1 hour in train. One thing that definitely cannot miss in a good digital nomad hotspot is a good party. And now's the time we are going to explore the party scene of Barcelona. Let's check out a party at the legendary W Hotel right in front of the beach. But let me get ready first. All right, let's go. I can see a long line in front of the hotel, but that's normal because the entrance to this party is actually free and therefore it attracts a lot of people. That was fun, but tomorrow is a work day actually, so I'm back on my bike driving home now. And it's Monday again. That means we are back to work today. It is now time for me to evaluate and to rate Barcelona as a digital nomad hub. First of all, I would like to start with fun. Probably you have noticed that no day looked like the other. I met so many people from all over the world, including locals. I did various activities, and in general, there's a lot to do and to explore here in Barcelona. I hope this became visible during this video. And that is why I would definitely give Barcelona a 10 out of 10 when it comes to fun. The next thing I want to rate are the people. Now, first of all, don't get me wrong about that topic, but there is something that I need to mention. In my personal experience, it is a little bit difficult sometimes to really get to know Catalan people, the real locals here in Barcelona. That doesn't mean that Catalans are not kind or friendly or anything like that, not at all. I really appreciate living in a city with people like that who also know how to enjoy life and so on. Besides that, Barcelona is also a very international city, and that is something that we also need to mention here because obviously when being here you will meet people from all over the world. And only because sometimes I feel like I would like to get to know the locals a little bit better, I will give the people here of Barcelona a 9 out of 10. Let's now talk a little bit about safety. This is where Barcelona definitely loses a few points. Barcelona is known as one of the hotspots for pickpocketing. Unfortunately, especially in the center, you really need to take care of your things. I give Barcelona for safety a 4 out of 10 points. Let's now talk about the work-life balance. You've seen it. I've done so many activities here. Besides that, there are a lot of places where you as a digital nomad can work and where you can also do some networking. For some people, the huge variety of activities might actually be a downside. This might sound a little bit controversial right now, but in my opinion, some people simply cannot focus on work while being in a city with a beach, for example, because they always feel like they are missing out of something. And that is why I will give Barcelona for work-life balance a 9 out of 10 points. And now the last thing that I want to evaluate is the cost of living. Spain definitely is not a cheap country. The cost of living, especially for housing, the apartments, has increased a lot in the last years. Nowadays, you will be lucky if you actually found an apartment for 1,000 euros. Besides that, Spain is definitely not a tax haven. So if you decide to move here, if you decide to stay here for more than 6 months, you will have to pay taxes because you are officially a resident of Spain. And if you earn a foreign income, in that case, you would be paying quite a lot of income tax. So for the cost of living, I would rate Spain a 7 out of 10 because first of all, it's not a tax haven, and second of all, the apartments here are quite expensive, although there are still more expensive places here in Europe. Now that being said, Barcelona deserves a score of, in total, 39 out of 50. That's pretty good, I would say. What do you think about Spain as a digital nomad hub, or especially Barcelona? Would that be a city where you would like to move to, a city where no day is like the other? Or are there actually places that you would personally prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this little review, make sure to leave me a thumbs up to let me know. And also subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any further adventures around the world. See you in the next one.